Yo, 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 people. Shellstastic Sports. How are we doing? Another video. I think the last one before I'm back on track with everything. It was the last game last night. Argentina versus Mexico. What a game. What pressure. The high stakes in this game for Argentina were huge. It was another defeat. Would have been out. And that would have been the biggest shock of the tournament already. For them, one of the top three to win it, to be out in the group stages. So they had the pressure. Messi had the pressure. Obviously, he's a god in Argentina. They expect the best. Obviously, you could see in the game yesterday, it wasn't really, especially the first half, the quality wasn't there. Argentina looked like a team lost, didn't really have a way of winning, a method of play. They just looked to be predictable. Yeah, there wasn't no way of winning that game. It was easy for Mexico to defend, to be honest with you. You can see in Messi's later career, he's not going to be running around doing the leg work. He walks into positions. To be fair to you, if you actually look at his career, he's always been like that. He's even when he was at the great Barcelona team with Xavi and Iniesta and that, Messi never really had to be doing like typically making moves, making runs on that. He was always a man that would just walk in positions, and that actually made it more dangerous. Because sometimes in football, the best thing to do is actually stand still or just walk into positions because everybody's looking for that drastic movement. So you catch a player's eye. Oh, he's moving. Oh, yeah, let me go follow him. But if you're just walking around, that's a bit more dangerous because you're actually just thinking, oh, he's not really going anywhere, and he's fine. But you're losing consciousness of him, and you're probably thinking, let me take a deep breath now. And when that ball gets whipped into him quickly, that's the wrong time. As you saw for the first goal in the second half. If you actually watched, I was watching the analyst after. You actually watched the guy. He actually, before Di Maria actually cuts back in and passes it to Messi in the middle, the guy actually runs across him that was with him when Messi was walking towards the box. He was actually walking with him and he just moved across thinking, oh, they take a deep breath, there's not much danger. Ball gets whipped into Messi quickly. All of a sudden, he's too far away to close the gap. And Messi does what he normally does. Nice first touch and a wonderful strike past the keeper in that bottom corner. And that just sums it up. I think Messi being like this is a bit more is dangerous in a sense because you just think naturally, being on the pitch and myself, I play football. When a player's walking, you just feel like you're always in control as the guy that's marking him. But in many ways, that can actually be more dangerous because you're actually more attracted to movement around you. That if a man's trying to run off you, you're more attracted to run to him because you're seeing that movement. It makes you think, oh yeah, let me move with him so he can't get. So I keep tight to him. But if a man's walking, you think you're comfortable, so you kind of can switch off for a second. And with these great players, these GOATs, you switch off for a split second. That could be it. Like if I was any other player, probably don't get punished for that little lapse of concentration. But a Messi or Ronaldo, even an Mbappe or Haaland of this generation, you're gonna get punished very quickly. Just that little second elapse. It only takes a half second to get a shot and goal. Things change, and that's what happened. Because we up in Mexico were very comfortable. Actually, they didn't do nothing. Second half they changed it. They did change it a bit, and they went to, I think, 3 at the back, and they looked a lot better. There was a lot more fluidity in their football, and a much better proposition. And in the end, they more than deserved to win the game. The guy Fernandez came and what a wonderful curl, the top shot into the top corner, wonderful to kill the game 2-0. So it finished 2-0 Argentina, Mexico, and it was 0. But yeah, so even though Messi's not running around closing and pressing and stuff like that, him just walking around in and around that 30 yards from goal, just walking around in that middle midfield 10 row and just slowly moving, that makes him more dangerous because I was actually watching him and he was slowly just walking into positions and stuff like that. And the moment his team got in a position that he wanted it to receive, bang, that's when he become alive, and that is a more dangerous opposition. Obviously, against the better teams is a bit more of a problem, but actually him walking around on the pitch actually can be more dangerous because you're not picking up his movement as something as dangerous. But when he gets into them little final third positions, Messi's probably one of the best, if not the best still, at punishing you in the final third positions, whether it's from a killer pass or a shot on goal. It's still dangerous, and he showed it. So no matter, he may not have that blistering little burst of movement to run past 2-3 players no more. What is he, 35, 36? He's not going to have that no more. But what he does have is he just refined his game a bit more. I'm just gonna work in a certain area that's still gonna be effective. And as you saw last night, wonderful goal in the bottom corner. He's still got that. You never lose those decisive things as a top elite player as he is. So that was a game changer. And then obviously Fernandez came in, cutting a nice little right foot in the top corner, 2-0. That was a side for them. They did more than deserve to win in the end. Didn't start well, but in life and football, it's how you finish, not how you start, how you finish. And Argentina finished well. They can take that momentum into the Poland game. Interesting group now because Poland are top in the group with 4 points. Argentina now second with 3, and obviously Saudi Arabia at 3 as well. So it's actually quite interesting now, that dilemma of who 2 of those 3 are going to go home. And you feel bad for Saudi Arabia because they pulled off the shock of the tournament beating Argentina. But you know, Argentina look, they're in their stride now. They got the Polish. That's an interesting game because the winner would win the group as well. That game. Saudi Arabia do play Mexico. That's a good game. Mexico fish, he can still qualify himself. So that's another group where 4 teams can actually get through. Interesting. So Mexico could win against Saudi Arabia, and if say Argentina lose to Poland, or I'm not sure the goal difference between Mexico and Poland what it is, but they could still theoretically get through that group. So it'd be interesting. Interesting how that goes through. So again, another group to be keep an eye on, because all 4 teams could still go through mathematically. So interesting how that one will go. But yeah, man, what do you guys think of the game? Did you think, like me, the first half was very poor? Argentina lacked ideas, didn't really have a method of trying to win the game, and how to get through Mexico. Mexico looked comfortable, but obviously, like I said, Messi, he's not running around as much, but he was never really run. He was always just picking up pockets. Even in his heyday, he's picked up pockets where to work in, and he's doing it more now. And he's still got the killer instinct. So he's still, I think, even in walking into position, is actually still dangerous in a way. Because as a defender, you switch up thinking, oh, comfortable, I can see him. But then when you get attracted to the ball over there, you forget him. And that's what happened in that first goal. And then one ball into one touch, bang, goal. Now you're thinking, oh shit, I thought I had him. No, you don't. So yeah, what do you think of my comments on Messi now and his new kind of way of playing? And yeah, and Argentina in general. Does that put them back on track now to be, in your minds, to be one of the favourites to win again? Or do you feel against a bigger team, a bigger nation, they're going to still struggle? But yeah, leave your comments in the section below. Like, share, subscribe. All of that lovely stuff. I've always shared Sasik. We're back on a video very soon. Peace.